You know, I don't like to upsell my audience, but I have a special once-in-a-lifetime deal that I figured I should tell you guys about. For the small price of leaving me the fuck alone, you can get a Cahill who has had 8 hours of sleep. I bet you didn't know. You know, not to point out stuff about that joke, but I was the one who pressed going live, so everyone knows that when you stream, you know, several people, whether or not they are actually planning to watch your stream or not, burst into your room and sit down on laptops. They boot up laptops looking at me while making eye contact with you and go, you know, maybe I'll tune into your stream. So, also, I don't know if music is too loud. Where are your friends come on? I was thinking of. Oh my goodness. Thank you, window noises. That's definitely what I needed. Okay, yeah. All good, all good. Just managing some stuff, but yeah, I was closing my eyes a bit before stream. Honestly, I've had some. I was not sleeping super well, I would not say, in the week I was away. So, and then I kind of had a stressful weekend, and you know, regular stressful, not anything crazy, normal amounts of stress. And then I go in early on Mondays, so clearly, like, sleep has not been with me so far, thus far, unfortunately. But you know, I thought about it. I was laid there, feeling like, ugh, how much do I want to actually get to streaming? And the answer is a decent amount. I like streaming. So, here we are. And also, I have awful ideas for fan art. This isn't super clear what this is so far, if without the reference images, but that's a pretty bad reference image as well. I've actually been doing a thing where I can do 2 sketch layers. I think that's what I was thinking of. I think that's been going well for me. A way to help me improve my art. So, might keep that up here and start working on that. I drew, honestly, because yeah, I was doing the I was doing the Jevil art on stream, and then a while ago I did also do some Spampton fam art, and I think both have kind of helped me come to a conclusion that I should not be doing color. And some people might look at that and be like, oh, Cahill, you can't just not do color. Here's the thing. It would be good for me to be like, you know, to be like super good painterly colorer, right? But I like doing line art. I've always like just kind of drawing is a thing, and I love any good piece of art that's just black and white. What was I thinking about that? Black and white. So I think just improving what I can do with line art would help my art go a lot further, because I feel like if I had my choice, I'd have people just like my stuff when it's black and white, so. That's me, though. That's me, baby. Yeah. Listen, learning stuff. If you learn something from a drawing you made, then truly nothing was lost. Doesn't matter if the drawing didn't come out perfect. You got better, so. I do think that's one of those things where I do think time management and stuff comes into a big play, right? Because granted, I think even if everyone had all the time they wanted in the world to do stuff, people would still make art where they're like, oh, this could be better. But I think if everyone was granted sufficient time to sit down with the hobbies and crafts they like to do, they would be able to take a moment and be like, how can I make this better? How can I improve this? Etc., etc. Yeah, I think that's an important thing in art, being able to be like, you know, being able to look at something critically and be like, I should start over. Well, not start over, but at least maybe majorly rework it. How many people do you think will not click on this stream because of the puppet? I'm gonna put it away anyway because I want to work on that upper part in just a bit. I'll also move this Kaido reference over. Oswald, what are you up to? Yeah. That's the other thing, right? Because when I was away, I was dog sitting. I've been meaning to kind of do an on week, off week for streaming anyway. But this is the first week I really got to implement it, because most weeks I was just doing like sporadic, you know, like half weeks anyway. But last week was like a full on off week, and it was because I was dog sitting. And now's your chance to. Is that coming up? I think it's Pandora Palace next. Hi, Juice. Juice, you're my good friend, who I like talking to. You're great. Yeah. Juice, are you afraid of puppets? I know you're afraid of clowns, but are you afraid of puppets? Just like generally, like if I went to the marionette store in Italian place Italy. No, puppets are chill. Okay. Do you think this reference image specifically would make people avoid my stream on purpose, Juice? Why? Your name? What are you doing here? No, we can't. We're both girls. So, basement, that's my friend. Damn. Alright. What the fuck is his name? Is it like a singing Christmas tree? This is an autocomplete. Old miniature singing Christmas tree. Up here he is. Douglas fir. That shit scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. And now I own it. My grandparents passed it on to me and I have it in my attic. Which is weird that they did that because I don't live in my own place. But yeah. Douglas fir. The singing Christmas tree. Juice, I'll give you a warning. Don't look it up unless you're ready to be a little, like, kinda scared. And if you're like, Kale, there's no way it's that bad, I fucking warned you. So that, unironically, that was the... I was never afraid of anything at Chuck E. Cheese or Disney. Oh wait, he's adorable. That's, I mean, listen. I'm not about to be like, what? No, like, that's... It's completely your prerogative. I've definitely grown to love him, but that's kind of like a Stockholm Syndrome sort of thing. So... I was trying to think of a way to pull this image together, by the way, thematically. So I was kind of thinking, since Spammy here is a RPG boss, maybe we give him health bars? Looks around desperate for other people's approval. Looks around desperate for the approval I didn't receive as a child, so... That's untrue. I'm definitely one of those burnt out gifted kids. For sure. So. I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that I hate jobs. Or if I just hate jobs. Or is it also maybe the fact that jobs take out 40 hours of my week and I still can't afford a house? True, I mean, it could be anything, really. I'm gonna be real. You could psychoanalyze me to hell and back. Oh, there it is, Juice. I don't think there's gonna be much disputing that that's a bad deal. That's no way to be a big shot. Oh. No. Now it's your chance to be Big Bing. Yo, I've been using Apple Music for a while now. Because Spotify's honestly always up to some whack shit. Spotify's one of those companies where, like, they never really go that bad, I don't think, from what I remember, but they're always trying to. But anyway, I switched to Apple Music in part because I heard it gave the artists, like, better cuts of money when you listen to their stuff, which is always good. That's at least one way to be like, okay, well, I can stand this then. But I was looking at Toby's Apple Music profile. Big Shot's not even like the top. I think it's like they show the top 20 songs if an artist has that many. We need to get those numbers up. Unacceptable. Tell you what, you Big Shot. Big Shot rules. I definitely think a lot about the secret bosses of Deltarune. In part because, you know, they're some really well thought out side characters. So hard not to. I also feel bad because, like, when I think about ranking them, I don't know how hot the Knight's at the bottom, basically. For a lot of reasons. And, like, you could be like, okay, well, what about the Shadow Mantle instead? It's still probably at the bottom. I don't know where I put Gerson, though, how high he is. And Gerson is famously my dear friend self, like, second favorite character in the entire, you know, in the entire, not game, it's just a game. I was gonna say series, but here's the thing, it's not. It's just a game coming out in incremental bits. And honestly, good for Toby. I don't know. I would love to learn certain like decisions, and like we might have to wait 10 years for this, because like, for example, on the 10-year anniversary of Undertale, Toby was given a lot behind the scenes stuff. But I love to learn some stuff about the decision making in Deltarune. Because like I wonder how much he was like, yeah, it'd be a good idea for it to come out in episodes specifically, or if that was like a compromise to being able to to being able to still make stuff, well, still put out stuff and have a stream of income while also getting to make the thing he does, because he has said like Deltarune is specifically the kind of game he's wanted to make for a long time now. Yeah. Well, especially by yourself. But, I mean, that's the thing, Juice, right? Like, say Deltarune, say Toby suddenly had, say Toby had many other Tobys at his disposal, right? Just a whole team that he could trust to do things how he wanted, to make sure the game was perfect in his eyes, right? And as such, he was able to make like the whole content for 7 chapters of Deltarune in like a year. Would that be better? Like, you know, would we still be going to multiple different Dark Worlds? Would it all be one Dark World? You know, would the pacing necessarily be the same, given that now you're able to do it all in one sitting, theoretically? Etc., etc. One of my big questions I'd love to ask him, and I think I've said this before, is if Undertale was not quite the success it was, would Deltarune still have monsters in it? Or would it basically just be like Darkners are monsters, Lightners are humans? Instead of a human, a monster, a prince from the dark, it's now like she, her, they, them, nice hat. That's the prophecy. Also, where'd I put... Oh, we already... Oh. Man, some of these songs flow into each other so well. I kind of feel bad. Because Deltarune has such a big OST, and I kind of feel bad about not playing some of them. But there's a good amount of Deltarune OST where it's basically just funny noises. I don't know if Lancer Splat is on the OST, but I also wouldn't be surprised if I was listening through the whole OST one day and I just heard a splat noise. So but yeah, I think there's I completely get Toby not really wanting to say anything about the game as he's still working on it, but there's lots of stuff, like literally like non-spoilery stuff, where I'd be like, hey, I'm curious about this decision and that. So, but I think it's best if Tricky Tony keeps his secrets, so that way we can all fully enjoy the art as much as possible. You know, I understand some people who hate saying things like content and what have you, but if I'm being honest, I usually just see them as different ways to say like art. You know, a lot of them. It depends how broad or specific I want to get. Because I listen, I gotta be real with y'all. Like, you know, if if I see someone drawing thick-thighed emo girls on the internet, I'm just gonna call that art. Like, that's art. We can all agree on that. But if I see someone making games and animations of thick-thighed emo girls, I might call that content, because that's a wider that's a wider. It is still art, but it's now in different mediums. So I don't want to mislead my friends being like, yo, check out this art of thick-thighed emo girls, and then it's like a 20-hour RPG that does have what I just mentioned, but you gotta play through the RPG to get there. Kaido's got dark-ass eyes. Honestly, there's all those memes about how Kaido looked in flashbacks in his kind of like early design. And there's things to like about that, just with its simplicity and what have you, but final design Kaido is pretty fucking good. Also, that's one reason I have the health bars pulled up here, so I could be like, what do I want to make sure is not behind that? What the do? Yo, this came on Sustingus. Tenna has made it to the final round of the Tumblr Sexy Man 2026 contest. Good for him. Tenna deserves more love. There's too many Chapter 3 haters out there. Also, hi Stealth, thanks for the sub. You know, we do have a new emote, by the way. It's a new way to dance. It actually goes pretty well with TV World, now that I'm looking at it. So, yeah. Yeah, I was showing a sketch of this in Discord, and Stealth was like, no force on Earth can convince me that Kaido would lose this fight. And I think it's funny, because some people might take this piece of art seriously, but you want to know what the joke is? They both lost. My brother in Christ, not Stealth, not just power scalers on the internet. You can power scale until the cows come home. They both got their ass kicked. Kaido is like probably dead. Unless, like, you know, Oda's gonna do like an everyone against the world government or whatever at the end of the series. Kaido might be the first person who Luffy just straight up like kills.
Glue.
They're eating it's melting my flesh. That's Kaido. The lava. Think it up. Ace, your dad's my best friend. Also, I just realized you did post, because I think I was talking about that on Friday, about like fucking Flowery says some bullshit word at some point as one of his voice lines. It is Sustingus Girona. So
Yeah, I love all his stupid non-words.
yes. I was like, this is okay. So I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this. I was talking about like secret bosses, and it's like I feel bad because I don't know how high I would rank Gerson, but and I know how much you love him. But here's the thing, right? It's like ranking anything in Deltarune is honestly just like these are inches apart from each other. I love all of it. Like this is not a there's outside of the knight who's an asshole. there's no real person in last place.
Hey, don't be rude.
What's that? Oh my goodness. I don't know. We'll see. Like I can't even think what the knight reveal is going to be like, even if it is like, oh, it's Rudy. I'm still kind of banking. I was thinking about this because Oak called me out for kind of hedging my bets on some stuff before, and they're valid for that. I will stand like 10 toes down with the fucking like, it's not Des. It's if the knight is Des, it's still not Des. If it's Des, it's like she's dead. And that's her ghost or something. I don't think Des is like putting on a Halloween mask and beating up teenagers in Dark Worlds. Like, I think it's someone else because I don't know. I just feel like it would be wild for it to be like, and behold, the twist we've been building up for like literally 4 years. A person you've never met in game before, and it has only been in side content. That doesn't. That feels like not Toby Fox or how the quality of Deltarune's writing.
See what you described. What you described just now is the same reason why I wouldn't exactly accept it if it was Azrael.
That's fair. I do think it would be interesting because I just floated that theory that that Chris was working with. And the knight might be Azrael, their brother and character, not from Undertale. And that's in part because I saw a fan comic that kind of reframed the mysterious phone call Chris got in Chapter 4. But honestly, like for example, if the person calling Chris in Chapter 4 was say Azrael and the knight was, like I was saying before, Des's ghost, I'd still be like, yeah, I take that. Like that'd be it. That literally, unironically, the only way I accept that Des is the knight is if she's dead and that's her walking corpse. So we'll see, but I think I do. I'm glad to hear you're somewhat on the same page stuff of like it being character we don't really know is like, well, that's not. That's anticlimactic.
Not the most fulfilling answer.
No. Also, hi Sabs. Let me get on those parrots for you. So, there. Stealth.
I'm your parrot's best friend.
I'm your parrot's best friend. I would say to your point, Stealth. Well, not to your point, but rather almost to counter what you were saying, is with at least like with Azrael, I would see that as like also kind of being, tied with Chris having to explain themselves, because Stealth, you might have noticed Chris has been doing some things on occasion.
Not once, never.
So like, where I get what you're saying about like it being anticlimactic that the knight is someone we haven't met before, I also conversely would argue that if it is like Azrael and then on top of him being like, hey, so whatever, this, that, the other thing, that also like the kind of the more satisfying part of that comes with Chris being like, so I have some things to tell you guys. So, but we'll see. I mean, like, I focus on the knight in theory so much because IMO, and I've been saying this a lot, that's like the thing that is interesting to speculate about, whereas like general story direction and stuff, no idea where that's going. No one is clocking Tobias Radiation Fox. I don't think most people know where anything's going at this point, so I don't feel like talking about it. So I mean, fucking, we were all talking about chapter.
Surprised Ralsei is one of your puppets.
What's
I mean,
that?
not puppets, parrots.
You surprised Ralsei isn't one of my parrots?
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's a person, so I would not. I was gonna say demean him, but I love my parrots. But yeah, no, I can't.
Isn't
What's that?
What? Wait, is Oscar or whatever the fuck his name is not a person?
Gus?
Gus.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, he is, but he also does just kind of sit on your shoulder the entire time. So like okay, like Navi's a person, right? From Zelda. Navi's like.
No, fuck you.
You can't say that because Navi does like all the dialogue in Ocarina of Time. Link doesn't talk. Navi does all the talking. So like, you know.
And yet somehow I still ascribe more person to Link.
Oh my lord. Link would be
That's out of spite, though.
Yeah.
I can recognize that's out of spite.
Oh my goodness. I will double down saying Navi's not that bad compared to. I've seen and had worse. So, what else was I thinking of? Yeah, I mean, what was I thinking of? I don't know. I'd be saying this, but you know, fan art of Susie just being sad and surrounded by objects representing the different darkners, I dislike because I feel like to some degree Ralsei's arc and part of where the story is heading is recognizing darkners as people. Like it'd be one thing if like Dark World had no effect on the real world, but fucking Birdley's dead, so like, clearly it's so good in IST. I have problems with it both because it makes me sad juice, and then also because I think it's not what the story is trying to say. So. Well, maybe Link wants to talk, but Navi won't shut up long enough to Link for saying anything. Well, that would be... You say that, but then there's literally a game whose premise is in part because Navi is missing, and Link still says nothing that entire time, so... And he does have many opportunities, too. Don't come in here and be like, well, Tattle talks too much. No. She hates talking to people. That's a lie. You're lying now.
As we all know, lying is overpowered.
In the current meta.
Just saying shit is like way too strong.
Yeah. Take it from Stealth, he's a lawyer. He sees people lying all the time and he's like, fuck. Don't have a counter for that. I think Ace Attorney should be real in that if you do a got 'em on the stand, the person has to freak out and confess to what they did. So, in real life, people just tend to like fly over the stand and attack the judge, but like the Ace Attorney version better.
God, you'd have to get some mad air.
Yeah, have you not? There's like multiple videos of people doing that Stealth. Have you not seen them?
Yeah, I know, and I'm still like standing by it every time.
I mean, like, and I know.
Like, good on you for getting that far. Face the consequences, but goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, fucking like that like I like whenever I watch like Charlie react to that stuff, he'll point this out when someone says stuff like this, and I get it. But like, I know the person is already not in their right mind for obvious reasons, but also it's just like so much of the energy and like effort has to go in just to getting over the stand to the judge, that like truly I actively have also seen people escape the courtroom with like less energy than it would take to throw yourself at a judge. So like if you're that upset with the court proceedings, at that point just leave and like, you know, put your athleticism towards that. Clearly the attacking someone thing is not working. The one exception, and this is a bit more serious, the one exception is a video I also saw from Charlie where a dad who was, I'm gonna be honest, this guy must have been like 250 pounds, and he threw himself at a serial killer, and like, I mean, that was probably worth it. I don't care if it was one hit, it was probably worth it. So it's a stinger. Yeah, you know, it's a serious thing, but can someone edit Jerome over that? Yeah. I mean, that guy did definitely. He got the book thrown at him, and then luckily the dad did not face any repercussions, because like, yeah, no, don't. That's kind of like a thing at my job, right? Like, technically, I'm not supposed to like help someone. Like, for example, if someone like trips and falls, and like, I mean, in general, honestly, if someone like trips and falls pretty bad in front of you, you probably shouldn't like try and move them. But also, like, separating that from like professional rules and what have you, like sometimes it's just like, no, I went and helped them because I wasn't going to leave them there and wait. That's truly an awful idea. So like, sometimes you can't follow the rules. You got to go with your heart, go with emotion, you know. So so you finished Persona 3 and have immediately gone into Persona 5. That's what you've been up to?
That's accurate, yeah.
I hope you like it. I really like Persona 5, so I gotta double check what accurate Spampton looks like. Y'all get your Tumblr sexy man ass out of here. Don't. I like a lot of Tumblr sexy man art, but not Tumblr sexy man Spampton, because he's a little freak. I don't know how to tell you this. Spampton is a violently uncomfortable person to be around. Confirmed. Stealth, would you sit and have conversations with Spampton?
I think so, yeah.
I think so. You'd like to see what the funny man says.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't think anything malicious would actually happen if I just like it like hurt him out.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I would say Spampton is legitimately not kind of malicious. He is, however, opportunistic, which is why on the weird route and stuff, he goes crazy, because, you know, what else is he gonna do? Whole world's going crazy, why not him? Chris! I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. Lord.
Spampton was in the red room.
What's that?
Replaces Black Widow in Marvel Rivals Season 10.
With Spampton? I would love that.
Yeah.
Lord, honestly, Spampton, Neo, and a hero shooter would actually go crazy. So. Especially if his, like, just if the strings just kind of did go up to, like, infinity. Be like, we don't know what's connected to those. So. In Marvel Rivals Season 10, we have a new team up with Spampton, Neo, and Deadpool. People just walk off a cliff when they approach them. Everyone is scrambling to get away. Yeah. I'd say I should replay Persona 5 since you're playing it now. It'd be good to refresh what I like about it so much, even though I can remember like some of the big points off the top of my head. But I got a lot of RPGs to play, and I was thinking of, honestly, I should definitely play Persona 3 before I ever replay Persona 5, because I always thought it looked a little neat. And like, even when I was like, if I play another Persona, because I knew, listen, I don't mean to contribute to the disappearance of 1 and 2, but I was like, if I play another one, it's 3 or 4. And I thought about that for a while. And whenever I thought about it, I still kind of liked how 3 looked next to 4. But also, that could just be because I like the color blue. So it's like... But then Stealth played it, and he was like, this game fucks. And I was like, Stealth, my friend, I trust you.
It was the most good.
I love the ending of Base P5. Yeah, I know that that Persona 5 Royal has extra content, which involves some shenaniganry in order to, extend the story. Which I think is fine. It's not like you can... I went into Persona 5 Royals expecting shenaniganry just to happen so I could play it, and then it was like, no, you have to do specific stuff, and I was like, oh, I didn't do that. So I just did the normal ending. You wanna know something? It's fun. So I'm like, yeah, that means you kind of have to ignore some new cutscenes and stuff, but it's a big game. You can ignore some cutscenes. You can also now play as Luigi. Stealth, have you seen any of the stuff about, like, I brought this up in Discord a while ago, but like, the idea that by the end of Deltarune we might be able to replay the game with different things happening in it, or no?
What happened?
There's just a lot of stuff right now in Deltarune where it's like, wow, it's weird that's in the game files. There's no way to make that happen at the moment. And like there is a good amount of it concerning Noelle, yeah. And then like, Oak could point it out that could just be because she joins the party again in a later chapter, but I don't know. I don't know. So it's a weird idea, but that's the thing, right? It's a new weird meta idea that Toby didn't do before, so what is that little dog up to? Stealth, knee-jerk reaction. What's your favorite species of dog?
Beagle.
Fair enough. Oh, you have said that before. You have told me your affinity for beagles. They are good. I like how they woo and have long ears. For me, that's kind of a hard choice, personally. I had a poodle back in the day, and I did love him. I don't know if that, I'd say that, but that was my favorite, like, singular dog. I don't know if I'd say that was my favorite dog breed of all time. I do just kind of, I love me a pit bull, but I also like wiener dogs, so. I'd say one of those for sure. Because I love a big muscly dog that just comes up and cuddles with you, but also look at wiener dogs in general, Who could say no to that? Waddling around. Lord. Invisoguy.tv, twitch.tv posted a video of a porcupine in, I guess, his or a friend's backyard, and I was like, damn it, I want to pet it. And like, I mean, of the things you can't pet, porcupine's near the top, and that's unfortunate because I probably still will do it. So I've said this before, and still, you tell me if this would, you know, I mean, like, obviously if I get caught, this will probably be used in court against me, but that's fine. It's worth the price. I don't care what the law says, which is already, I know from stealth that's a bad start. But if I'm like in the water or at the beach and a seal comes up and starts cuddling with me, I'm going to pet it. So, and the simple way I will not get caught doing so is I won't videotape myself petting the seal. Simply. Shrimply. So.
I think you'll be okay as long as you aren't physically violent towards the seal.
Yeah. You say that, but there's a lot of people, or, you know, where the videos are like, the seal's like literally laying on top of the person. Person is like acting like they're dead. Which, I mean, I imagine is in part because there's actively like wildlife conservationists looking at them as they're doing it. That's how they're doing the tour and stuff, but damn it. The seal's gonna be that friendly towards me. So, do you have a specific, somewhat exotic animal you'd wish to be chummy with? Not like have as a pet, because obviously that's a dumb idea, but like, you know. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. But, you know, you'd want to be like, I want to hang out with you for a little bit and just kind of chill.
Are we just talking like, just like wild animals generally?
Yeah. Something that someone would not or should not have as a pet.
My first thought would be a bear, because I think they're neat.
That's fair. There's definitely some friendly bears. Like, I know that I've seen videos of this one zookeeper.
Probably not any that I would encounter. However, this was a hypothetical.
Yes. I mean, do you have a specific species of bear in mind, or is it just like...
No, not really.
Okay. Because I've seen like a zookeeper who likes playing with a bunch of black bears, but he stays away from the brown bears. Because it's like those brown bears are roughly twice the size of the black bears, and they don't know how fragile humans are. So even if they love me, they will kill me. No doubt about it. And I'm like,
oh, is that guy on YouTube?
I think so.
Yeah, I know that guy.
So, I think cuddling with a black bear would be, like, theoretically possible in real life, even. Brown bear, you definitely need a hypothetical for, no doubt. I mean, technically, even the black bears. Not a good idea to do in real life, but just not technically impossible. And honestly, isn't that the best kind of possible stealth? The one that might happen someday? I would love... I don't think there's any way I could reasonably get my hands on a Flemish giant. I think it'd be cool if I had one at some point. So... Big boys. And so, what's your opinion on Cats?
The musical?
No, I was talking about the pet, but you could. Have you seen Cats the musical?
I mean, I have.
You have?
I thought it was okay.
How did you?
Yeah.
That's wild to me on several.
Don't
don't
worry too much about it.
I think I understand why you don't want
to answer your actual question. I think they're all right.
Okay, that's good. I think I understand why you don't leave the house a lot now. So.
Well, that's definitely not the reason.
Listen, man, I don't know if I was younger and one of my few experiences going out on the town for a night was seeing Cats the musical, I might be like, does the world have that much to offer me?
Common Trom W.
More blood holes. Lord, it's wild. It's wild the amount of movies that don't have just schlong in them, because in general, a lot of male actors are like, I don't want people making fun of my schlong, and it's like, all right, this woman is fully naked over here, but okay, sir, whatever. Coward, schlong coward. Stealth, if you could have an uninterrupted schlong shot in one movie, what movie would it be?
And it's mine that we're talking about?
No, it is an actor in the movie, and you don't have to specify which. You can just say the movie that you think it would be good to have that in.
You've given me a lot to think about.
Have I? This is how I get out of jail scot-free. I just throw the prosecuting lawyers some juicy hypotheticals, and they're busy thinking for a while. When I get to cross-examine the witness being, you know, the lawyer, the prosecuting lawyer, let's just say random bullshit. A valid tactic in court. Good for Insane. Shout out Insane in the Rain for his work with Deltarune. That guy's doing great. I love Garden of Hopes and Dreams. Listen, I didn't even really like the start of Chapter 5 all too much, but this song's a banger, no doubt, so... I mean, Garden of Hopes and Dreams is like my favorite track in the entire soundtrack, so it should be a surprise, but still. Some point later in the stream, stuff is just going to be like, Toy Story, and I'll be like, what? Looking back at Oswald. What needs more song? All the President's Men. I don't think I've seen that movie. I can somewhat imagine what it's about based on the title, but that doesn't change the fact I haven't seen it. So, what do marionette? Oh, that you know, I pulled up a marionette, and it has actually been somewhat useful in constructing Spamton's body, but conversely, I'm going more for ball joints than hinged joints, which I guess marionettes don't really have, but shut up. And I don't have a reference for that pulled up now. Art mannequin. joints. You know what? I'm gonna do something cheap. I'm gonna do something a little cheeky. Bulge joints. That's a different kind of doll juice. I'm sure you already know that, but you know. That's besides the point. What? What the? Also, I feel like I can say this on stream right now. Aqua is the best flower. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't live not speaking the truth. Look at her.
I mean, it's your truth.
Is your truth green stealth?
No.
Oh, what's your truth? Oh, yellow. But green. Damn it. Damn it. Damn you, Toby Fox. Why do you have to continue to be goated? Why do you continue to have to make lovable characters? All so close together. This is unfair. Why can't Toby Fox, why can't you be a little more like me, huh? Why can't you make mediocre art that maybe 3 people care about and just, you know, that truly everyone just kind of simmers on in the as it goes by in the background? Why do you have to give me brainworms? Lord, this is an experience I'll never have, because I was rewatching Life Arrow's Marvel Rivals video, and at one point he did, like, clearly he was just playing Rivals for the hell of it, and like collecting clips for a video in the future, and at one point he's like, damn it, that's gonna go in the video. And then his friend Gary is just like, I told you not to play, I told you, and here you are being goated, making plays. And I think that's cute. Stealth will never give me that. I am not that good at competitive shooters. And
I was about to say, hey, when you start making plays, I'll say you're making
no,
plays.
Don't eat Stealth. Don't pretend like a second, because the moment I start making plays is the moment you start getting angry that you don't have MVP. So like, and you know that's true. Look deep into your heart.
Look, I'll just need to get good.
That's okay, but that's
gonna be a skill issue on my part.
That doesn't disprove what I just said, stuff. Because what I said is, if I start being really good at Marvel Rivals, you'll get upset that you won't be happy for me. You'll be upset you don't have MVP. And your response is, I'll just try harder, which isn't a rebuttal; it's confirmation.
Well, no, but I mean, my rebuttal is I'm only mad about MVP whenever I feel like I deserved it. And if you're making plays, I categorically did not deserve it.
I feel also my fucking Okay, there we go. My headphones start being weird. Also, I just realized, do I not have flower? Okay, that was just playing.
Why did they make the random like model gun shop guy like weirdly hot?
That's a good question, actually. I don't think about him a lot, because he's really not that prominent, but you raise an interesting point about him. He's right. Damn it. Stealth is right. He is weirdly hot. That... I can... okay. From a lot of perspectives, a lot of realistic perspectives, Oh wait, no, I can't say this. This is kind of spoilers for that, so never mind. Stealth is actively playing Persona 5 Royal. Never mind. Stealth, did you know the twist to Persona 5 is that Morgana's a cat?
Well, I mean,
Go on.
I kind of figured that was the case.
You're
like,
quicker than me.
He thinks he isn't, but very clearly.
Evidence of the contrary. Now what you have to ask yourself is, was I bullshitting or is that the truth?
Well, I mean, that's my thought process moving forward. I don't know whether or not it's true, but that was my basically my exact thought from the moment that he dropped like I'm secretly human. I'm just like, no, the fuck you aren't.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I forgot that's what specifically he says. I just remember the moment where he also specifically says, I'm not a cat. Again, you bullshit the truth. Bullshitting the truth is really the only way we're going to understand what what chapter 6 is going to be like for Deltarune. Otherwise, Toby will he will avoid all suspicion.
All Sestingus.
All Sestingus. Fucking everyone was like, "Is Flowey gonna be back in chapter 5?" And Toby laughed.
Oh wait, no, hold on. You said Flowey, not Flowery.
Yes. And that's what I was about to say. It's like fucking. Toby only responded by laughing for roughly 6 months straight, which is why it took as long to come out as it did. It was ready in January. He was laughing at everyone for 6 months. Poor naive fool. And I'm not trying, obviously, as long as you're just having fun theorizing, there's nothing wrong with it. If you start being a prick to people over it, then that's different, but that goes for anything. But I was out of theorizing on Deltarune the moment, when chapter 3 got teased with the first semi-appearance of Tenna, because fucking I was like, no one, I see all these fan designs, none of these are going to be remotely close, and for the most part that was true. No one clocked Tenna being a Donkey Kong Country character, so I was like, none of this is going to be anywhere near what people are thinking, and that was the correct line of thought. So that has been my modus operandi going forward. It's just there's no use guessing. You can only be prepared. It's TV. Do you call the main boss's guardians Juice? That kind of goes hard, actually. So Juice. I can't believe. Also, I just saw that you're in call. Why do you do this? Just why?
They've been here for a while.
I know. Hey, Stealth, I assume. But anyway, fucking Juice is kind of awakened, actually. I didn't realize until now, saying cool shit like that. So sometimes they say wacky stuff as well, but in this case, not so. They Jerona. Well, that's just always true, no matter what. So, how'd you like my Jerona? Lord, a lot of people focused on Flowery's voice line. Not a lot of people really clocked the fact that in Castletown in the start, the hacker says "Obby for pink coins," then it's anime cat girl time, which is just all right. Glue. It's TV time. Bam, 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 bam. Neat. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna be real. I kind of have chapter 5 and chapter 3 tied for me. And anyone who takes offense to that, you need to step into Toby's wonderful Zelda fan game and have some love for TV, because I had a great time with that chapter, and I still do. So. And play the fucking guitar. Exactly. Fucking the amount of stuff that chapter just added to Deltarune as a whole going forward is crazy. There's just a rhythm minigame with multiple songs you can play anytime in Deltarune now. Toby made a shitpost song for it for chapter 5. Like, you know. And like, I'm not even going as far as Juice to say it's the best one, but that's also why I'm like, it's a like ranking anything in Deltarune is a losing man's game, because truly they're all too close to each other to be like, yeah. Also, like I was saying, I put the knight near the bottom of the secret boss club for, you know, any number of reasons. And I think part of that is that inherently the design is unfair. But also, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have fun fighting them. So, it's like the Sans fight, except I don't have to feel guilty about it, so. I can just kick his ass. I do hope no matter what reveal comes in the future, we get a rematch. I want to kick his ass. Please. Please let me kick their ass. I've been such a good boy for Christmas, Toby. Stealth, what do you want for Christmas this year? While he's thinking of that, Juice, what do you want for Christmas this year?
A fucking break.
You know, a lot of people I ask say that. A lot of my friends say that, and I don't know how many of these I can afford. I'm gonna see if I can snaggle a Switch.
Tune Force.
You want what?
Tune Force.
Just like the concept, or is there something coming out called Tune Force?
I want the abilities.
That's fair.
I want to be a cartoon.
Make me a cartoon, he said, but the cartoon man just kept tuning.
That's toxic.
Honestly, Lord, we shouldn't add like Tom and Jerry to football, but also I love Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. I mean, I could just sit in Discord and watch Tom and Jerry from time to time. There's nothing stopping me from doing that, but cartoons are fun. I love TV. I can't lie. I won't fuck with you. I'm out here loving TV. Yeah. I will say there's another thing I disagree with Stealth on when it comes to Chapter 6, which is I don't think Susie is going to fuck up her relationship immediately. I'm not saying there won't be tension, but I don't think Susie will be so oblivious that, you know, she, you know, just immediately fucks it up. And if she does, that's all, my goat's washed. That's on me. So I had too much faith in her, but
I don't think it'll be quick either, but I think that's just because like Noah will probably have a lot of grace with her, essentially.
That is a better way to do it for sure. Conversely, that just requires Susie to still be pretty dumb, because that would mean that she actively does a bunch of stuff with Noelle as Noelle is secretly freaking out behind her and never notices, which is like, damn, Susie. So that's my problem with it. right there. And I definitely think, you know, some of the point of Deltarune is like, Susie's not dumb. Susie has a lot going for her, even if she herself kind of doubts that idea. So, but we'll see. There's every possibility she fucks it up. So, honestly, that'll be on Chris. And Susie should completely throw Chris out. I don't care. I don't care about what they said in chapter 5. The fucking Susie should 110% throw Chris under the bus for that. Being like, no, Chris did not tell me shit. So. And if Chris doesn't like that, then, well, they should have said something. I don't know what they think, but I can't actively make them communicate information. That should be obvious, actually, but... There was one night Stealth and I were talking Deltarune, and he just sent me several JPEGs of Chris's face staring at me. And I was like, don't you give me that! You tell me what you're doing right now, Swanda John.
They won't. It's kind of a key character trait.
Kind of. I know what I was saying about predicting stuff. I do legitimately think towards the end of the game, Chris will have active dialogue. Like, not like in like multiple scenes, but I think we'll get to actively hear Chris talk at some point. Because I think in terms of like good ending, part of that will include Chris not being, you know, possessed by other people. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what, well, I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss.
Weird Route stuff?
No, this is not Weird Route stuff, this is just baseline content.
I'd say, yeah.
Like, baseline content, but also, it's kind of hidden. So
I'd say go for it. I mean, you know, it's been out for like 2 weeks at this point, so, but...
That's kind of what Chapter 5 Secret Boss is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's vague, you're good. Yeah, for sure. If nothing else, even if it's not like actively like Chris has dialogue along the points in the same exact way other characters do, definitely a thing of Chris being able to have a heart-to-heart, even if not with the soul, just in general. So... Also, it did come out not too long ago that apparently in some of the updates, Deltarune has added the ability for like it to see what flags are going off in other save files, which, like, yeah, I was counting on that. I probably was never going to do Weird Route no matter what, but yeah. So everyone can have a really good fun with, can have a great time with that. Shit, yeah. I mean, that might not be true. Like, that could be like information I misheard, but I believe that was in one, like, someone found. It's like, hey, it's checking the other save files. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
So, Juice, if you didn't account for that after Undertale, even if what I'm saying isn't true, if you didn't account for that after Undertale, that's completely on you. Literally I was actively watching for the first time Snapcube's playthrough of Undertale. I had a great time with it this weekend. Like, the neutral route, the most plain J version of Undertale has save file fuckery. Not even getting into true pacifist or genocide. So, if you saw a Toby Fox game with multiple save files and we're like, I'll be safe now, then I don't know what to tell you, man.
The dog copter begins spinning up.
You see him slowly approaching. You're not dumb, Juice.
Grabs one of your save files, starts jiggling it over the other save file.
I'm gonna have to add some.
When that doesn't work, he spins around and just like in a horrific way collides with the other save file.
A second dog has hit my save file? No! Stop throwing on the TV! Any channel, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add a good amount of detail to Spamton's outfit here. Oh yeah, I didn't even get to say this. Like, you know, like I was saying, and I say this with love, to be clear. Dear friend Oak has once or twice now when I say crazy Deltarune theory, they're like, probably not. And like, you know what, valid response. Especially considering my own motto is like, I'm not trying to predict what Toby does. That being said, part of my idea that second playthroughs of Deltarune might be different, with stuff they're adding in updates in the chapters, is I won't say reinforced, but this doesn't help my suspicions that Toby added just crazy, like, and I do mean crazy, dialogue in chapter 5 post like a week after it came out. Everyone was actively talking about other chapter 5 things. They put out a bug fix and it actively added just insanity dialogue to one of the characters. And I don't know what to do with this information, so.
I don't know if I know about this.
I was thinking of. It does somewhat.
Oh wait, was it the shopkeeper?
Yeah. There's also secret boss.
Okay, yeah, I do know about this. Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, that's post-launch. Oh, that wasn't there. And like, in a vacuum, someone might say, "Oh, that's probably important," and Toby was like, "Later." He forgot for real, for real. Toby's not a master planner. He just forgot. So. You know, I had the active thought.
Oswald can't ride a fucking horse for shit.
What's that?
I said Oswald can't ride a fucking horse for shit.
I love. Can I say I love how people have actively referenced the cartoons on my screen since I've added them. Both because I'm glad people enjoy them, and also because I can't see. I forget they're happening half the time. I'm looking at my art, and someone just says something about Oswald, which is the name of my real pet, and I'm like, what about my pet? And then you're just like, I don't know, he has a gun out, and I'm like, he does?
Your Oswald is fine. He's cleaning his gun.
Many fucking kids. Oswald actively, and this is true, has 420 kids, so that's canon.
He's a rabbit.
He is a rabbit. A joke I didn't get when I was 5. So actually, I would have been 12, and I still didn't get it, but there's a chance to be a big. I'm putting Spammed in Persona. Have fun with that stuff.
Okay. Probably be like an overpowered DLC Persona or something.
No, he's not a Persona. You will fight him. You will have a bad time about that. So, now is your. You don't do it with a party. You are alone. Joker answers a spam email.
Look, just don't design it like the stupid fucking Elizabeth fight from P3 Reload. Where the fight has like very specific rules, and it doesn't tell you about them, so you just kind of have to figure them out.
Mood, I hate that. Hey, Stealth, we've talked about this before. You've played original FF7, correct? Stealth, I appreciate your enthusiasm. That song is also in the remake. That doesn't answer my question. I'm going to take it as a yes, but...
Oh.
Have you ever fought the weapons or no?
You didn't like my answer.
I don't know. I liked your answer. It just. I wasn't sure. I have autism. It just requires specifics. I'm sorry. Those are just thinking of. But yeah, did you ever
Goose,
fight?
did you like my answer?
I like your answer, dude.
I'm going to.
Oh,
going to
thank you, Juice.
jump off a cliff. Did you fight the weapons or not? Bully.
Yeah.
Okay. I have not because of
What do
that.
you mean, bully? You didn't like my answer.
I did
You
not.
bully.
I just wasn't sure what the answer. I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said I didn't know what it meant. I can like something and not understand the meaning. That's what art is, you know? Like, come on. When you think about it, what is art if not art? Yeah, because I know like Ruby Weapon has something like that, where it has incredibly punishing mechanics the game does not explain. Like, I'm pretty sure you need to.
I can excuse that in the decades-old game.
That's fair.
But, yeah.
But I like, as I say often, I like FF7, and I don't want to necessarily have to be like, this part this actively bad part I excuse because it's old, even though that works for a lot of games, but still, I'm like, no, I prefer just to be able to do the boss fight and not have to actively need a walkthrough, which didn't exist in 1997 for in order to play it. So Stealth, who's your favorite FF7 character?
I mean, Zach.
Oh, you have said that before. Damn it.
Just like if we're looking at like the entire history of like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, no, that's
just, like in all of its like
Glory.
here's Offspin and stuff.
Yeah,
Definitely Zach.
that's fair. I haven't played Crisis Core. I do have it here though, so maybe one day. Does Crisis Core play like similar to OG FF7, where you're able to fuck with stuff
No.
with material? Oh, so it's a bad game. Okay, I got it. That's unfortunate.
I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It's interesting.
Yeah.
You get to gamble.
Oh, I'm back in, baby. Put it on red 23, baby. Come on, on 23. Let's go, baby. Spin that wheel. What was I thinking of?
22 black is 22 black.
I've lost it all. Oh yeah, baby. I lost it all. Mike, bet my house, bet my kids. Put it all on the red 23.
Meanwhile, the mics are all panicking because there goes their salary.
Lord. The mics probably do get paid a salary, but I have a hard time imagining it, honestly, just given the very nature of what they do, so...
The big guy just gets paid in battery acid.
What you put in this cup, anyway? Battery acid. Battery acid? Well, boss, I think you'd like it on account of it being green and you being green. So, honestly, another reason not to try and guess what Toby's doing. He's actively making fun of people, so... Just because it looks cool doesn't mean it makes sense.
Continues to drink it anyway.
You know, I did say he was quote-unquote making fun of people. I wouldn't call them my favorite trio, but they are endearing, so... Love them. My favorite... I can't... What was I just? There was something I was. All right, my favorite, like, because like when I was watching Snapcube play Undertale, she was like actively talking about how Papyrus is her favorite character, and that's fair. I can't lie. I think Sans is just my favorite character, which sometimes that sucks because like yeah, there's a lot of Sans content. A lot of the fan stuff is just not Sans at all. So like that part's like, oh, that's a problem. But I'm a basic bitch, and much like my basic bitch self in Undertale, my basic bitch self in Deltarune would probably say my favorite trio is just the Fun Gang. So thou art not the only battle thruple in town anymore. That's some of the best dialogue in the game. Hold it, hold it, hold it. So I have it a laser pointer. Left, right.
But no.
Left again.
Oh.
Still, okay, you know what? We've been having fun here today, and I'm glad. And, like, you know, like, are you saying strategy guys didn't exist? I mean, Chom, if you can point me to a Nintendo Power, well, it wouldn't be a Nintendo, okay. Yeah, no stuff, if you can print me to a physical publication, a wide-reaching one that has a direct walkthrough of the weapons, you know, then I still won't take back what I said because a kid probably still won't have that in 1997, but you know. Anyway, what was I thinking with Under? Oh right, serious stuff with Deltarune. Stealth, I know, you know, like I said, theories are all well and fun, but I do need to ask you. Do you think Starwalker will appear in Chapter 6, yes or no?
Sure.
Do you know about what happens towards the end of Chapter 5 or no?
I'm not. Something's not like nothing with Star Walker's coming to mind.
So towards the end of Chapter 5, if you go back to a room before the final boss, Starwalker will be there, and when you talk to him, and he'll be like, "It's time," and then he changes a little bit and he says final Starwalker. Now, this could be a reference to Final Starman from Earthbound, but also I don't know if that means
certainly.
Yeah. But it could also be like, yeah, because there a lot of people are like, yeah, we might not have a secret boss, and we definitely won't have an egg next chapter, so. But Starwalker.
Kale, forgive me for this, but you will be playing the game.
What's that?
I was just making a stupid joke, ignore me.
Oh, okay.
I get it!
I don't. But we need... Oh, I get it! Because I'm in denial about being transgender. I understand now! Lord, it doesn't help that Rousey has quickly become my second favorite character easily. So, like... I'm never beating the allegations. I mean, I was actively saying in Bath Discord, is it so wrong that I like Rousey just for the fact that there's every possibility he's just a guy who is okay doing feminine stuff? Is that so wrong? I want the girlies to have something, but also I think it's equally important to have just straight up feminine men, and just for everyone to be like, yeah, it's cool that they're a guy. Princess Rousey is so cute. Yeah, and he can still be Princess Rousey while being him, so that's the beauty of it. Him lesbians. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the specifics of that, but I support y'all. It works either way. I'm not a lesbian, so truly if I get it, truly whether or not I get it doesn't matter, so. Stealth, are you a lesbian? Oh. This is surprising. Yeah. Honestly, truly the best of both worlds would be a game, and I don't know if Deltarune has enough characters for this, but, you know, game with both guy who's, you know, perfectly comfortable with feminine stuff and also trans lady. You just put all of them in there. This is the kind of greed they talk about in the Bible. Every possible character.
Every pot of greed.
Every pot of greed. I draw a pot of greed, which allows me to create 2 more OCs. And then I do that.
You were gonna do that anyway.
No, I can't believe. I mean, in the time you have known me, Stealth, I have made 1 new OC. So I usually quantify that by like main characters. I don't usually count like side characters and projects, because the main character is like, well, that's the story right there. So it requires side characters either way. So, but I am making, you know, card game protagonists. So it allows me to draw 2 new genders for my deck. You're in trouble, Kaiba. I've drawn Neo pronouns. That's a new spell card.
Oh.
What's up?
I didn't like how that dog was eating.
I don't like that sentence, actually. Man, I was not expecting so much of this stream to just be me drawing Spampton. I thought we'd get to Kaido, but oh well. That's One Piece pacing for you, so. But dumb tish. I'm trying to think. That thing I just described, was I just talking about Bon Clay and Kiku? I mean, they never really interact, so. Because I was talking about a franchise with a feminine men. And, well, Bon Clay is more gender fluid, given that whole deal. I don't know.
It is the Okama way.
It is the Okama way. But anyway, honestly, I'm not saying you can't criticize how Oda does women in One Piece without having read up to Wano, because yeah, you don't have to do that. But also, Kiku's good, so consider. I was thinking of Yamato's also good, but there's a whole conversation to be had about that, and not the one the internet is always having. More about how someone presents themselves, I would argue. Because I mean, Yamato is very unflinchingly just called he him throughout all of One Piece. So even Kaido, who's actively terrorizing a country and hates his son, just despises him.
Yamato, I do not care if you are he. I just don't want you to be him.
Why specifically him? Truly. You've got to understand, this is out of left field for me. In so many ways.
Get White Snake.
What's that?
Get White Snake.
That is fair. When you were being born, I did so many gender studies just to make sure I was an accepting father, and Honestly, none of them prepared me for this. I need a drink. Fighting my transgender son, not because he's transgender, but because he's oppressing my fascist regime. No, truly no one knows how to feel about that when Kaida says it. Was the thing, you know. I was gonna ask if there were lady samurai, but I do. Well, no, I'll Google it right now. Lady samurai. Onamusha, female warriors in pre-modern Japan who were members of the Bushi class. Oh, okay. So there was definitely a in the, because I did know that their samurai was like a whole like caste system kind of thing. But what's up?
The prison children beckon me to their realm.
Yeah. Have fun with the prison children. Still, do you know the thing about the Velvet Room people or no?
I mean,
With the,
I know what I know what 3 and 4 have told me. I don't know what 5 is. So.
I was just gonna say that they're all named after Frankenstein characters.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Which is weird because like, so all the like attendants, like they're named after people from the novel, right? Igor's not from the novel. Igor just shows up in the movie at one point, and no one knows where he comes from in terms of like a, you know, a what's it called? Well, like
which that makes sense for him then to be named
this place.
That.
That is true, but more fun facts for you. I think I have Frankenstein in my library. I mean, I gotta read The Hobbit. I actively have started The Hobbit like twice now, but I just gotta read more. Someone in Snapcube Discord was talking about like, you know, experiencing different forms of art because they posted a thing. I forget. It was a game designer who was talking about needing to experience different forms of art in order to make anything good in any medium, which is fair. And I definitely think I've sampled many different things in general. But in terms of finding different stuff right now, I'm just like, I kind of just want to read some earnest fantasy. You know, I think it's easy to find fantasy where, like, you know, my master has a really long nose. He does! He does have a long nose. He looks like Doofenshmirtz. But yeah, I think, what was it? Forspoken. Stella, do you remember Forspoken, that game or no?
What?
The one where it's, let me see, Forspoken survival. Is it a survival game? It is. Where the trail, everyone was making fun of the trailer and just the writing in general, because the girl's like, "Let me get this right. I am in a magical realm. I can cast spells." And oh yeah,
Jesus Christ! Okay, it's back.
You remembered it? Obviously, that's the worst of it. Oh, go on. You were just saying.
Oh no. I was just saying yes. That like what you just said brought it back to me, and now I remember why it left in the first place.
Well, that's the thing, right? When people play it, they're like, "This isn't even bad enough to be funny. This is just not enjoyable." But fucking, oh my! I have to send you this thumbnail that I just found. I'm sure you'll enjoy. I'm sure that'll help make up for what I just sold you. But anyway, obviously that's the worst of it. But I do think, especially with like isekais and stuff being a prominent genre these days, like that's some of the like more modern takes on fantasy tend to do that, where like it's not actually like inhabiting a fantasy world. It is someone with outsider knowledge entering a fantasy world, so they already know like tropes and stuff like that. So, which might be one reason.
Oh, this is a very unfortunate animation for those.
Oh, what you're doing in... I thought you meant what I sent you, but you're saying in Persona 5.
That the Persona Fusion.
Oh, yeah. Well,
is like,
so I don't mean to alarm you. You're in prison. So... What's the animation in 3 for fusing personas? Like, what's the vibe?
Cards just get thrown into your head.
Well, maybe they wanted to make it a bit more spicy, you know? Give it a bit more pizzazz. I don't know if pizzazz is the word for that animation. Bam, bam, bam. But yeah, so when did I need to look? Let me look this up on stream. Best fantasy books of all time, and then Lord of the Rings is at the top because, you know, chosen by a librarian. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Oh wait, are these just showing me something to buy? Because that's... Nope, this is the list. Not that. Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, damn. Rub it in my
Full
face.
Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. Inuyasha.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Stealth, if I was going to sit down and watch one, do you think I should watch Inuyasha or wasn't Inuyasha an isekai? Like a girl goes back into...
It is.
Isekai. It's mostly a romance.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm sorry, Juice. I'm going to go watch Full Metal Alchemist instead, because I don't see what I was thinking of anything here. Because I was thinking of like a specific, you know, fantasy thing, novel series, and I'm not seeing it in here anywhere, which maybe means I shouldn't read it. But I think it was Mistborn. I think that's what I was thinking of. Here it is. Yeah, Mistborn. Brandon Sanderson. I don't know who that is. I hope he's not problematic. Full Metal Alphonse? I have a friend named Alphonse. He's a fun guy. Not that he's a mushroom. He could be, I don't know. Yo, have any of y'all ever seen Alphonse in real life, or... We got confirmation this guy's not a mushroom. An intelligent fungus of some sort.
Did you know that the fungal neural network is on most land masses in the whole world?
Stealth, I mean not stealth. Juice, take that again. Do that one more time. Just a clean read.
No, I can't read.
Okay. Now, did you learn about fungal neural networks? I don't know what anyone else heard. I heard, and I don't think Juice cut out. I just think, and like it happens. I heard Juice said, "Did you know the fungal neural network on most continents is the most in the whole world?" And I don't. On most continents is the most in the whole world. Yes.
Didn't say that, no.
Okay, what did you say?
I said the neural network is on most continents.
Oh, so you're saying there's an...
And it's on...
Oh, go on.
And it's on most every landmass in the world.
So are you saying...
And I stuttered.
No, you're good. So are you saying that it's like one interconnected neural network of mushrooms throughout the entire world? Or are you just saying that, like, basically every landmass in the world has like a large network of fungus upon it?
Yes.
Both are true?
And I wish... Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that's fair. No. You're good. Juice, that's why I wanted you to clarify, because truly we know nothing about mushrooms. We really shouldn't even be eating them when you think about it. Like, fuck it, we have the mushrooms might be smarter than us. We don't know. Truly, there's no way to know. If a scientist comes up to you and says, "Hey, I know things about mushrooms," they're fucking lying. So they know nothing. What they have done is expose their hubris to you. Thine hubris. Thine arrogance. I'll post it in just the Discord we're in because it's just funny. Funny, hot, funny. Stealth, do you like to laugh and or chuckle even?
Yeah.
That's good. Juice, what about you? Do you like a haha?
No.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I can't believe... I expected Juice to flame my shit when I said dial tone from, you know, from Deltarune is my favorite sad song. And instead of doing that, they just proclaimed they didn't think dial tone was sad. And I think that's wild. Because I think dial tone is expressly a pretty melancholy song. So
You think a minor key is melancholic?
I think the themes of Spampton's narrative are melancholic, and dial tone is an expression of that as he sits alone in his shop. So I think every cover I've ever seen of dial tone, which is a few, has some kind of sad, empty thumbnail and art to express itself. Juice. You come into my house, you tell me how to arrange my furniture. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Moves your couch. Damn you. Damn you. It's gonna take weeks to get back in the right position. Can't believe it. Lord, it's such a shame that there is actually an objectively correct choice in Deltarune, because one of the other choices is funnier, but I've decided that if you don't give the plush in chapter 2 to Rousey, that's just it's not a good timeline you're on anymore. Like, yeah, it's funniest to give it to Birdley, but also Birdley, so Rousey loves that plush, and Birdley only joins you for one room, which is like, come on, man, I give you a plushie. I was gonna make a joke about getting the Rousey plush again, but if you're here, you might notice there's a pinned comment in chat. Oh, it's for my friend Vegeta. He needs help because he's in a bad situation right now. So, in order to help pay rent, consider supporting his GoFundMe with truly any amount of money. Like, literally any. I'd appreciate that.
Buy the otter a cheeseburger.
Get him a cheesed burger. I mean, fucking... No one deserves to not be able to afford rent these days, even if it continues to be hard. And if you agree with that sentiment, just consider throwing a few bucks. And who knows, maybe someday soon, I will also donate more to the GoFundMe, while also...
You'll also be a big shot?
I will be a big shot, and I will donate the exact amount to the GoFundMe that is the price of the Rousey plush, and then I'll also just go buy the Rousey plush anyway. Both of those things at once. No one can stop me. I have free will. I have free will.
Free will estate.
I can buy the stupid shit I want. And you can't say that's a bad decision. My money's mine. And it's worthless because, you know, looks outside. I don't want to put dots on his blaster anymore. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Spampton will go dotless. I said this a lot. It's kind of ironic saying it when I want to help out my friend make rent, but honestly, sometimes I think most times actually, it's best not to try and like worry about money, to like, you know, nickel and dime yourself all the time and be like, I don't know, should I really get this? It's like, that's not fun. So it's like, I do get it. Believe me, I do. Especially as I actively try to move out of my current living situation. But also, sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what? It's treat time. It's time. Stealth, do you enjoy yourself a little treat? Getting yourself a little... See? Stealth is like the third smartest person I know, and even he agrees with that. So the first two are Albert Einstein and Dr. Wily from Mega Man. I don't know him by choice, but there's no doubt that he's smart. So he's actively building. Stealth, can you build robots?
No.
No, there you go. That's why Wiley's number one. You know Albert Einstein? Fuck yeah, man. He's a chill hang. When he's not actively lamenting his part in creating the atomic bomb, it's pretty chill. So... So, do you know the question? The classic question of if you could meet someone dead from history, dead or alive, who would you meet? Who would you meet, Stealth?
I have my answer.
What's your answer, Juice?
Toni Morrison.
I don't... Is that an author?
Yes.
I think I read one of her books in college. I did. Did she write Jamaica? Is that the name? I don't know.
That's a good question.
I have a book. And that's not about the island. It's about like a little girl named that, I believe. Or maybe I'm just completely misremembering that. Honestly, Mrs. Hockey herself, Colleen Howe. I also am unfamiliar with that name, but we love powerful women in here, so these continue to be good answers. But yeah, I do remember thinking, because like I was like, yeah, this is alright when I read the Toni Morrison stuff in college, but also we didn't really read a novel of hers. We read like a shorter story kind of deal. And I was like, I probably would have enjoyed the novel more. So,
Oh, dude,
what's up?
you had the easy way out. Freshman year in high school, we had to read Jazz.
What's jazz?
It's about a woman.
It's a genre of
a
music.
woman's story in yeah, it is.
That too.
And she lives in Harlem,
Mhm.
and she's going through psychosis, but the story is told in different parts of time.
Mhm.
Like the first page of the book is her funeral,
Hmm.
and then it jumps around in time from there. And like being 13 and trying to read that, awful, terrible.
I mean, that doesn't. I don't think that's how. And I'm not necessarily That's another Toni Morrison book.
Yes.
I do think it's interesting. It's not. I definitely. I wouldn't recommend it, but starting a book and being like, so the character is definitely dead. This isn't. We're not doing a Tangled here. This character is dead. And they will have died by the time you have finished this story, which will not be told in an order that you recognize. Like, I can get down with some non-linear storytelling. Starting at the funeral is kind of a bummer, though. So, the first ever sports agent. That's cool. I would have just thought that she was a real powerful lady who was the best at hockey. So, egg on my face.
Self, do you have a person?
I think he's been fusing personas.
No, they're actually teaching me like core combat mechanics now, so I'm just kind of focusing
No,
on that.
that's fair. You're completely fair.